Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel and welcome back to some more Mr. Robot Season 3, Episode 2. Also, my chair's broken, so I can't lean back. If I lean back accidentally, there's a good chance I'm going to fall out of it and it'll be very funny for all of you to watch. But I'm going to hope that doesn't happen, so we're all good. Last time on Mr. Robot, we had our season opener. It was a lot of just resetting the scene. Elliot was unconscious for 6 days. I don't know how important that's going to be, if it's going to play into things at all. The White Rose was looking over a power plant that might not just be any ordinary power plant. There was lots of people bringing up parallel universes, dimensions, and people were alluding to what if we could do something that would reset all of this. Like, none of it ever happened. I have no idea what any of that means or what they're leading into with that, but there's something afoot. Angela is now Mr. Robot's kind of handler within the sort of Dark Army Elliot plan that's going on. She's there to make sure he does what he's set out to do, seemingly. I'm going to assume there's probably more to it than that. What her true motivation is going to end up being, if she's going to be more protective towards the Elliot personality, or if she just wants to bring down E-Corp and side with the Mr. Robot. There's, you know, that could go either way. It's clearly being set up as a moral dilemma for her to play into. And then Darlene, I'm fairly sure, is working with Dom and the FBI. It seems all a little bit too convenient that the FBI just happens to show up when she was there and that they've just let her go. And, you know, it just seems like the signs are very clearly there. That's what she's up to, so we'll just wait and see how that plays out as well, I guess. But now we're going to get into this episode. If you enjoy this episode, please remember to hit the thumbs up button. Helps me know you liked it, helps it get seen by more people. Also subscribe so then you don't miss any future videos and get notified, all of that good stuff. And it's the best way to let me know that you like this stuff. And there are links down below for Twitch, Discord, and a bunch of other things. Come hang out. We'd love to see you in those places. I might be live on Twitch right now. Go click on the thing and you might see my face. You won't be able to chat, all that fun stuff. We would love to see you there. Let's continue our journey with Mr. Robot.
You know when you fuck something up and you wish you had the power to hit undo?
Yes. Yes, I do know this. I think we all do.
Or when you crash the entire world economy and kickstart the inevitable downfall of human civilization.
Oh yeah, I've been there, man. I've been there. I did that last week. So he's got his job at E-Corp. He's here. Angela came through, I guess.
But what I didn't realize was maybe they're a necessary evil that just needs to be kept in check. And
I'm wondering where they're going to go with this. If they're going to treat this with a shade of grey, or if it's just going to, oh my god, what is happening? Why is everyone emojis? What the fuck? God damn it, show. I was trying to make a point and you distract me like this.
Pretty sure she would cheat on her fiance for me, man. She really, like, the way she looks at me, dude, it's like slippery when wet, am I right?
lucky for them.
This is the perfect guy to be sat next to Elliot. The perfect guy.
If I can convince him to convince his boss to convince his boss to convince her boss to digitize all the paper records in their local facilities instead of shipping them here, then we can avoid a single point of failure. We would install hardware and software.
Elliot, I hear your passion.
I mean, he is right. Like, it seems kind of mad to keep all that important information in one place. Like, it doesn't seem like a sound strategy.
After going through his emails, I quickly learned that he was having the engineers install rootkits on all of Evil Corp's phones so they can illegally sell private consumer data. I tipped off the FBI.
Elliot. He's on it. He's on it. He's doing his vigilante shit.
You are ambitious, I'll give you that. But I got a Soul Cycle class I'm late for. Let's pick this up sometime next quarter.
Yep, you're getting hacked.
I felt bad taking him down until I saw that he had his engineering team use special software to help E-Corp's auto manufacturing partners cheat the emissions test to hide how much pollution they really created.
FBI.
Factoring in the bureaucracy and the line of corrupt moronic managers I have to get.
Oh my god. He's just gonna get everyone arrested.
Conclusion, digitizing locally and not shipping paper records here is the best option for our recovery efforts.
Perfect.
Oh, there we go.
Let's set a meeting with the VP of Technology. I want to get this in front of him.
You just have to cut out the two middlemen, literally. You just have to cut them out.
can't find ways to purge Evil Corp of all their shitbags. You know, your typical subprime mortgage scammers, Ponzi schemers.
Oh my god, he's just he's just taking them all out. Someone has to notice he's doing this. There's no way. There's no way. Well, that was a fun little intro. Seeing what he's up to. God damn, I feel like we got so much done just in the cold open.
Okay, if I'm being real, I haven't fixed everything.
Yeah, I was going to say a little bit too good to be true.
The loneliness came back. Worse than I remember. Fuck. What's wrong with me? I'm really starting to lose it.
Oh, got a new office. And, ugh, I hate that shit. It's too real, man. It's too real. I'm not gonna lie, it looks like Hannibal Lecter's office. It's, I don't know. It feels sinister.
I miss being a part of something important that meant something. I remember this time, Darlene and I, when we were kids. This one year there was this huge snowstorm. We made this snowman, and we called him Kevin McAllister. You know, the kid from Home Alone. We even did the hands to the face like how he does in the movie. He just looked like a snowman with no arms and weird cheeks.
The best snowman. The best snowman. I'm waiting for a turn in this story, though. I'm waiting for a turn. It's too happy memory.
That was the day of my accident, when my dad pushed me out the window.
Yep, there it is.
We were at the hospital till pretty late.
Your dad pushed you out a window?
I've told you that before.
Elliot, you've never told me this.
Oh, I thought he had.
I remember.
I thought he told you that. Am I forgetting this?
What made you think of this just now?
I don't know.
Okay, good. That, again, foreboding. More foreboding stuff. Good-o.
Joanna Wellick.
What the?
Thanks for being
Why is she here?
Until you claim Scott Knowles confessed to killing his wife while beating you. And since then, a bartender from the night of the party has also come forward to corroborate your story. I know that this must be difficult for you. You've been
Okay, it's happened. It all happened off screen, okay.
I did file for divorce a few months ago. It was a moment of weakness. Convincing me that was the right thing
The poor dude. The poor dude, she got to do all this. That, what's his name? Patrick, the bartender? I can't remember.
Always will be.
Fuck.
He is the only man I've ever loved, and the only man I ever will love.
What does that mean for Bartender Man, though? Is he gonna get murdered? Because I feel like you've killed people for less. Just an inconvenient loose end to get rid of now.
Do not compromise. You have been warned.
It was released about an hour ago.
Who's doing it? Mowgli and Co, maybe?
It has to be Dark Army. And
Or just Dark Army.
Cisco
Yeah, thank you,
probably
Darlene.
You know that telling Elliot anything about this would violate the terms of your immunity. It would spook his connection to Tyrell.
He is not, nor has he ever, had a fucking relationship with Tyrell.
You know what? Probably for the best that she doesn't know. We'll just move on. Unless she does know and she's just covering. I'm not really sure how much she knows about that side of things, honestly.
This is a call from Queensboro Correctional Facility.
Hello? Is it really you?
Oh, okay, she didn't know. There we go. Asked and answered. So that was him when he took the call in his fantasy land, but it was actually prison. Got you. Okay. Now Darlene knows. I mean, I assume it's her boyfriend, not boyfriend. Yep, there he is. There he is.
She fucking lied to me.
Yeah, no shit, dude. No shit.
You made me lie to the police to get Tyrell off. Well, now I'm gonna tell them the truth.
Yeah, don't do that. Don't do that. You will be dead.
There's no option where you and Joanna ever
see each other again.
I feel like this is an end that will come back to haunt Joanna. Or she'll just have him murdered. One of those two things. It feels like too much of a loose end otherwise.
He just needed a little clarity.
Ah! Oh god. Oh god. Someone's about to die. Or he's a bad shot and he didn't die. Okay. Is it Derek? Is his name Derek or Patrick? I can't remember. Is he dead? Oh, he might be dead. Oh! What the fuck? Oh, he's alive. Okay, I thought he was. I thought he was alive. Oh. What a roller coaster. What an absolute roller coaster just unfolded. Jesus. Is Joanne dead? She definitely took it to the head. So, oh, good. We're cutting to this now. Great. Thank you. Are we watching Hannibal again? What? Oh, yeah, she's definitely dead.
What about the baby? Once you contact the next of kin.
We're not contacting them. He's going to social services.
Something about that video. I believe Darlene when she says it's not real.
We have to assume F Society's grown past her at this point.
Yeah, but why wouldn't she just say that then? Her whole immunity is based on giving us intel. Right now, all she wants to do is protect her brother.
Why would you trust her on this?
Because I still think there's a Dark Army connection here.
You know what? Dom's right. The smartest thing you can do in any of these situations is just assume Dark Army is behind it. In some way. In Dom we trust.
Why are you trying to shut me out?
Because you're working for the FBI.
You know why? You're my trigger.
What happened to him fucked me up too. So don't think for a second our shitty childhood is only yours.
It's fair. It's a fair point, Elliot.
I'm leaving. I can't do this anymore. Just thought you'd want to know that.
Are the FBI gonna let you do that? Surely they'll be like, we need you here.
You remember when we made Kevin McAllister the snowman?
Of course. Do you want to talk about it?
There's something else about this snowman story that we're missing. Is there a missing chunk of this story? Other than it being the accident day.
Truthfully, the only reason I even agreed to meet was that this room happens to be on my way out.
Have your government
What a good line. Oh, God.
This currency war must end. The rest of the world needs China to embrace e-coin now.
Your success will always follow mine.
Or maybe in 11 days, the administration changes its mind about your precious UN vote.
He's fucking too, man. They're like a married couple who just can't agree on who gets to take the dog for a walk or some shit. I feel like I only understand half of what these two are like shouting at each other about, but at the same time, I get the stakes, which I guess is the important thing.
What were you doing by my computer? I saw you behind the monitor.
What's with the fucking paranoia?
A note for what?
Is this Mr. Robot? Is Mr. Robot taking over?
You're not answering my fucking question. Why are you here?
Jesus. It's you.
Yep. Yep.
Why did you sleep here last night?
Are you serious?
Answer me!
You're hurting me!
Answer
Stop!
What?
Stop!
I was wondering when we'd start doing this, when we were going to start blurring the lines between who's actually in control and how visually we were going to show it. There it was. There it was.
I need you to talk to him. Didn't you say that that could help?
That could be good. This could be interesting. Or potentially horrible.
Elliot?
You should know that nothing's gonna come from this.
That was fucking creepy. It's so creepy.
This was better when I could just come and go as I pleased. When we were whole. Now I'm seeing things that he should be seeing too.
Can I ask for your name?
Now what does he call me?
Mr. Robot?
Seriously? He still calls me that? Talk about labels.
I want to understand you.
You understand shit. She compromised us, and Elliot didn't see it.
What do you mean you've been compromised?
I'm worried about her safety. About now. Is there a panic button in this room?
I'm done talking to you.
Okay, that's fine. That's fine. Just go back to Elliot. It's all good. Just don't do anything to her, please.
When we're gonna start?
Oh my god. Jesus. Oh.
There.
He's doing an excellent job. Oh my god, this fucking guy. Why is he here now? Why? Jesus.
The truth is, I never gave a shit about the dog.
Yeah, we knew that, dude. We knew that.
Vet bills are through the roof because this little piece of shit is sick. She's been shitting all over my house for weeks. Figured you wanted her so badly. Let her shit all over your house.
Fuck this man. Let me see him again. Never again. Bye. Bye, dickhead. Does it have something to do with what it ate? Is it because it ate that thing off the floor? Or am I just overthinking that? Oh, there it is. They're watching. They be watching. Come on, Elliot. You should have known this. Maybe he's doing it on purpose, though. Yeah, I feel like he knows. Like, he has to, right? He has to know what was going on. Like, Mr. Robot knows. So, subconsciously, Elliot has to know as well.
Stage 2. I want it to happen on the day of the UN vote.
Okay. Either it helps him out, or it's just a petty, like, we're doing it. Fuck you, dude.
It's time Philip Price's hand got slapped.
I figured that's what it was. Put him in his place. No matter what.
You get anything from Elliot's computer?
He hasn't logged in all day. Last night he sent an encrypted email with the link. Yeah, that's Darlene's apartment, but who the fuck is that?
This email he sent from his computer. Did you go to this link?
This email wasn't for Tyrell.
It was for you guys.
It's for us.
Yep. Fucking knew it. Fucking knew it. Oh, well, there he is. Fuck's sake, I knew that was where it was going to end. God damn it. God damn it. Why? Dom and Elliot could meet. That's exciting. I don't know what will happen. Alright, episode 2, season 3 down. Lots going on, lots of moving parts, lots of cool little scenes here that I really liked. So let's go through it. I did write a little bit down, but I'm gonna sweep through the episode again just to jog my memories. Alright, so we kicked off with Elliot in his new job at E-Corp, where he is doing his vigilante thing. Basically, he's trying to do what Angela said she was going to do last season, but he's in a position where he can hack into everyone, get rid of the bad eggs, and sort things out that way. So it seems Elliot, at least at this point, is in the basket of, I just need to control this evil thing from within. I feel like that's got a short life expectancy before people pick up on what he's doing. Like, someone's going to track this down to him at some point, and that's going to be a whole situation, I can only assume. Like, if the way it's presented, both like how they visually presented it with like the emoji faces, the upbeat music, and, you know, all of this stuff, it felt like a little too good to be true, dreamlike. Kind of like he was just putting a very, very tiny plaster over a big, gigantic, enormous gaping wound. Like, that was the feeling I was getting. Like, this is only going to work for so long, man. And like, you've got to think of a better plan if this is where we're going. Very funny. I did like the way they cut it all together, like just people getting carted out by the FBI, and just the whole situation being the guy who put E-Corp in this position in the first place is now kind of saving them, kind of getting rid of the bad people, like, and they're still kind of none the wiser, at least for now. But like I say, I feel like that's him being there is high risk, so I guess we'll wait and see if that's gonna implode and explode at the same time. But, you know, a lot of relatable stuff in there, like how they were going, in order to get anything done within this company, we've got to not talk to my boss, I've got to impress my boss, so they will bring it to their boss, who will bring it to their boss, bring it to their boss. That whole hierarchy thing within a business, which is, you know, I feel like we've kind of all been there. In here, we just got the satisfaction of, well, you know what, I'm just going to remove the middlemen who are just in the way. Just in the way of getting anything actually done, and they don't really care all that much. They're getting paid. Like, that whole thing, like, relatable, and like I say, the tone of it was entertaining and funny, and overall, you know, just in keeping with the show's sort of thematic themes of how big business works and how it's all bureaucracy and getting anything good done takes forever, and maybe that's one of the many reasons that things are shit. But the emoji thing, that really got me by surprise. I do like that the show is, you saw a little bit of it last time as well, where we had like the Apple mute symbol pop up and the volume control. Like, I do like that the show is taking a little bit more liberty with its sort of artistic way of visualizing things. Like, obviously we've had that previously with like the set design and how things are shot with the camera and everything, but this season seems like it's leaning more so into just doing very overt, like I say, dreamlike visuals, which you can kind of get away with since a lot of the show is shown from Elliot's point of view and how he's experiencing things and how he's visualizing what he's feeling and all of that good stuff. So yeah, I enjoy all that. It's good. Then we also got Elliot sinking back into his loneliness, which is just painful to watch. It's just not pleasant. It's a little too real. Even when it's fictional, it's like, it's just not nice. It's not nice. Really affecting my optimism. But I guess that just goes to show how good of a job the show's doing, having me be invested in this character and their well-being, and you want him to be on top. You want him to succeed in the things that he wants to succeed in, and you want him to be happy. You want him to have a good relationship with Darlene. You want him to find love with Angela potentially, and you know, the show's done a really good job at, as well as having all this crazy hacking conspiracy stuff going on, you are invested in the actual, just the human character at the center of it all, and you're like, please make it be okay for him, please. He needs this, he needs some happiness. And we thought we got a little bit when he was having a nostalgia trip about a snowman, and we'll get onto that in a minute, but like I say, it's just a really affecting, and it's just a good way of showing like, oh, I am very much invested, and not just in the story but the character themselves, and not just Elliot either. I'm like, all of the characters, even the ones who are shitty. I'm invested in what is happening to them and what is going to happen to them. So, you know, you can't say better than that when it comes to a show. Krista has a new office, and it looks like a Hannibal Lecter office. I'm not gonna lie, it's just a little bit smaller, but you know, it's got that whole like old-fashioned library vibe going on, a bit gothic-y looking, which played into when later on in the episode when Mr. Robot sort of took over and was sort of prowling around the room like a wild animal. But yeah, it's an interesting change of look, going from the previous one, which was a lot more kind of light and airy, and now we're in this kind of more darker room, and I guess it's going to make more appearances, and it's going to reflect certain aspects of what's going on in Elliot's head, so that's going to be interesting to see how they develop that. I mean, that's me just assuming. We may never see it again, but I feel like they've made the set, so we'll probably see it again. But yeah, we had, in that scene, we had Elliot reminiscing about a memory he had with Darlene making a snowman called Kevin McAllister, you know, named after Home Alone. It was this happy memory, but it just so happened to happen on the same day that he got pushed out the window by his dad, and apparently I fully thought that Krista knew about this, that she already had been told about that. Maybe I'm just misremembering that, or it just feels like he should have told her and he never actually has, which is interesting. So I felt like Elliot in that moment, like, what? Have I not told you that? Has that not happened? Like, I swear that's happened, right? Maybe it hasn't. I honestly can't remember. Now, I don't know if there's maybe more to that whole memory, because when it got brought up again with Darlene in the episode later on, Darlene seemed concerned about the fact that he was bringing it up, and potentially just because it was the same day that he got pushed out the window, and you know, he doesn't normally want to talk about that, and he doesn't normally want to remember it. So maybe that's why she was like, you want to talk about that? You actually want to go back there? Like, maybe that's all it was. But it felt like there was just like something else going on. Like I say, maybe I'm overthinking it. Maybe the show has made me that paranoid. I don't even trust that at this point. But, you know, just interesting. It's interesting that we now have this snowman story, and it was nice to see Elliot in a happy nostalgia mood, but I knew it wouldn't last, and it didn't. Darlene, confirmed, working with the FBI, spying on Elliot, trying to get a link between him and Tyrell. We kind of knew this. It wasn't really hidden as such, but, you know, confirmation. There's also a new F Society video, which Darlene's like, I don't know about that. That wasn't me, and I don't think it was any of my guys, so probably Dark Army, which is a good bet. Or maybe Tyrell. It could be Tyrell because he knows about that stuff, so maybe he's doing something that's throwing a curveball. Or it could be, you know, it could be the Mr. Robot taking over and him doing it. I don't know what to trust. Like I say, the show really instills that feel of paranoia, and especially in this episode, it really felt like you're in Elliot's shoes, losing himself, but not really understanding what he's losing at the same time. Like this whole how the Mr. Robot Elliot dynamic is now changed in this sort of season, I guess, where it used to be them talking to one another. Now they can't talk to one another. It's just one is in control or the other is in control. And seemingly Mr. Robot's kind of annoyed about that, which is interesting. I thought that Mr. Robot might be kind of happy about the fact that he just gets to take over and do what he wants and run amok. But I guess he can't talk to Elliot during Elliot's time, so he can't manipulate him into doing the things that he wants him to do and all that kind of stuff. So I'm left wondering if they're going to talk again. I guess they probably will, because it feels like they're not just going to not have Christian Slater and Rami Malek not have a scene together again. Like, that would be weird. So there's definitely going to be a moment, probably either mid-season thing or maybe an end-season thing, where they are reunited in a scene somehow, and there'll be a big twist, as I'd come to expect from this show. But yeah, I feel like they're building towards them reconnecting in that way. So that's going to be a thing. Joanne, dead. She dead. I didn't know if the bullet just kind of grazed her head or if she was dead, but nope, definitely dead. Cannot remember his name. I think, is it Derek or Patrick? I might be completely wrong. Bartender man who got manipulated. Poor fucking dude who I was like, no, this isn't going anywhere, dude. Why are you doing this? You know how this ends. And sure enough, it ended in absolute tragedy. I can't wait to see what Tyrell's going to do. If this is just going to set him absolutely loose, if he even knows, or if he's going to find out, like all of that. Surely he's going to have to find out. Presumably, that's going to send him even further off the deep end, and the baby being just sent off into social services rather than next of kin, like, you know, Tyrell's going to want that baby back, I'm going to assume, so that's going to be a whole drama. But honestly, I am surprised. I'm surprised she's dead. And then we got full on, you can't rebuke this. There's her body. They're opening up her skull with a fucking saw blade. She's dead. Unless it's a fake body, which I don't think I'll go that far down the conspiracy well. I'm fairly sure she's dead. But yeah, it felt like this was only going to end in tragedy. And the moment he was following them and he left him alive there, I'm like, this is not ending well. This is too much of a loose end. Someone's dying. Like, what? Jesus. I wasn't expecting that in episode 2. I think it's only just kind of hit me like, oh, all of those people are dead that we spent so much time with, and what is this going to mean going forward? Yeah, then we had another scene, Dom talking absolute sense, the other dude just getting angry and not thinking about the situation. In Dom we trust. Everyone just needs to settle down and listen to what Dom's saying, because she's normally right. Everything she says is normally right, so... Then we had the White Rose and Price arguing over things that are still, like, all political and like, what the fuck are they saying? They're saying so much at once, really fast. I don't really know what they're arguing over, other than one of them wants a UN vote, which, well, the White Rose wants a UN vote in his favor, and Price helped get that vote that he needed, and now they're holding it over each other, and basically the scene ended with Price saying, hey, I've got this over you. You do as I fucking say, dude. I'm in charge of you. And White Rose is just like, motherfucker, I'm gonna blow up your building. basically, is what it came down to. Like, I'm gonna show you, put you in your place, two power-hungry people who just want to eliminate the other, because back to that scene in an early episode where Price was like, I want to be the most powerful person in any room, and these two are just out here bickering because they, can't sort their shit out, basically. Both absolutely obsessed, willing to do whatever to make the other's life a misery if they can't get their own way. It's only going to be a massive fallout for everyone else, I imagine. Like, these two, too powerful for their own good, too much control over everything that's going on in the world, and like I say, they're just bickering. They're just bickering, and everyone else is going to get caught in the crossfire, and it's going to be probably horrendous. Then we had, which I think is kind of the most interesting, well, the two most interesting scenes of the episode, was Darlene trying to sneak out, and we had basically our first moment where we weren't entirely sure, is it Elliot in this moment or is it Mr. Robot? It's the first time I can remember where the show was actively tricking the audience into who's actually talking right now. Like, it was normally, if it's Mr. Robot talking, it would just be Christian Slater there, and this time it was Rami Malek. So I figured this would happen eventually. It feels like the show has been building up to it by giving us little flashbacks of scenes that happened previously with Rami Malek playing the Mr. Robot part, and now we had our first sort of present day moment with him taking up that persona, and it was really good. It worked really well. Rami Malek's really good at just getting the different mannerisms down, and here he did a particularly good job at, like, I think he's Mr. Robot, not 100%, and then there was just good little like visual cues of his performance of, oh no, he's not trying to look away, he's standing more confidently, he's not, he's not doing all the normal Elliot stuff. And then it was like, I think this is Mr. Robot talking, but he didn't like overplay it, so that was good. I really liked how they handled that, and it, again, another setup for further down the line where it's probably going to blur the line some more, and we're not going to be 100% sure who's running the show, which makes me nervous, but it's a good setup for some fun to be had, and more paranoia and more drama. Don't we love that? And then we had the great scene of Krista finally getting to have a chat with Mr. Robot, where we got the confirmation Mr. Robot's like, this sucks, I need to be able to talk to Elliot and I can't, and it's just incredibly frustrating. I used to be able to come and go as I please, but now I'm just sort of trapped embodying him, and it's not helpful. This isn't helpful because he's doing things and I can't stop him from doing things. And just Christian Slater's performance in there was just so menacing. Like, Mr. Robot, the character, has always come across as antagonistic, but also caring for Elliot, and we're never quite sure if that caring is for his own ends or if it's genuine for Elliot. And in this scene, it felt so just menacing, and like, you don't know what he's going to do. Like, he's just an absolute loose cannon, and you genuinely kind of fearful for what he might do to Krista in that scene if she asks the wrong question or pushes too far. And he was able to, like, I'm going to stop this conversation before I do something, which, seems foreboding. Seems like might be a moment where Mr. Robot's going to lash out in a way, and it's not going to be good news. It's, not good, but love the scene. Love the performances. I liked how just kind of simple it was, just him prowling around the room, like agitated, like he has to keep moving, he can't stay still like Elliot can. Just all good. Just really good, because obviously the show's very visually styled in a lot of ways, and that was a good scene where they just kind of let the performance do the work, which I liked. I liked that a lot. Also, we got a dog back. Dog's back in Elliot's house. I'm wondering if it's pooping a lot because of, I don't know, I feel like they resolved this, that the dog ate something off Elliot's floor, and I don't know if that's coming back round or not. I'm not entirely sure, but I'm happy the dog's back. Good. Nothing bad can happen to that dog, okay? Okay, show. Dog must be safe. And also, obviously, Darlene did something to his computer, hacked into it, so it would show to them, to Dom, and obviously he knew. I was like, the moment that was all apparent, I was like, oh, clearly he knows, and he's going to do something to fuck with them. There's no way he doesn't. Be it, I'm not sure if it was Mr. Robot in that moment or Elliot, or a bit of both, who knows, but I knew that was kind of where it was going. But exciting, because we could potentially get Dom and Elliot in a scene together, which is exciting. That makes me happy. I want to see that, please, show. Give me that. And also White Rose saying, hey, we're doing phase 2 no matter what on that UN vote day, just to prove a point. Just to prove a point. We got that as well. So many things set up once again. I'm left with many what's going to happen next thoughts in my head, like Tyrell going to find out about the baby and Joanne. Is Dom and Elliot going to meet? Is Price going to catch wind of the whole blowing up his building thing? Is Elliot going to get caught about all the FBI people he's bringing into E-Corp? Is it all part of the plan? Who knows? There's lots going on. I'm enjoying it all. It's a good time, if a little stressful. But I like it. Good shit. Good shit show. Thank you for watching this one, guys. If you enjoyed it, please press the thumbs up button. It helps me know you liked it. It helps it get seen by more people. Also consider subscribing so you don't miss any future videos. And it's the best way to let me know you like this. There are links down below for Discord, Twitch. We'd love to see you there. But for now, thank you for watching. I will catch you on the next one.